Ever applied here before? Answer truthfully. The question is not intended to screen you out. Its purpose is to keep the records straight. Otherwise, the company may believe it has 2 or 3 applicants with the same name, and thus may create files for each. Prior conviction of a felony or misdemeanor. Being convicted of a felony is hard to hide. Avoid a lengthy explanation until your interview day, if you obtain one. Use only the facts in describing the incident. Do not interject any personal bias. And a good common sense point. Find out if you have any violations on record anywhere before you decide to list any. Nepotism. Some companies have a strict rule prohibiting relatives from working within the same company. If you are not sure whether or not this rule applies to you, call the company and ask. Minimum salary. Most companies pay flight attendants according to a contractual rate. Simply state, current contract. Special interests and hobbies. Your avocational interests tell a lot about you as a person. Use this section to note any volunteer work experience and any special achievements or awards. Avoid mentioning any involvement with political, religious or controversial groups. Photographs. If a photograph is required, a good snapshot or instant print will do. Dress for the picture, as if going to an interview. When shooting a full-length picture, stand at the angle that is most flattering to you. Posture is important. Keep your head high and your shoulders straight. Submit a photograph only if required to do so. If you belong to a minority group, male, black, Hispanic, etc., sending a picture with all applications and resumes may be to your advantage. Essay questions. These questions require time and thought. Do not be concerned about right or wrong answers, as most companies are looking for content, spelling, penmanship, grammar and punctuation. In short, they want to know how well you express yourself verbally. Initially, write down your thoughts, regardless of how unorganized they may be. This exercise will help you construct a good answer later on. Ask friends and family for advice. Allow yourself a realistic amount of time to complete the questions. General information. This section is the part of the application that will ask you if you have any friends or relatives working for the company. Having relatives working for the company may or may not be advantageous, depending on how closely related they are, what position they hold, how the company views their performance, and whether the company has an anti-nepotism policy. Friends working for the company also may or may not benefit you. If their work record is good, the fact that they are friends will probably help. Additional information. You may want to practice typing this information on another copy before you type the original application just to see if everything fits in the allotted space. Whether you type or print, be sure everything is legible. Do not use pencil or a script typewriter. Make sure that you have not overlooked any section that requires an answer in your own handwriting. You also may want someone else to proofread the application before you mail it to be certain there are no errors. Photocopy the final draft before you mail it, and keep the copy for your records. On to the interview. The application process has just barely begun when you mail off your first applications. Some considerable amount of time could pass before you win an interview. Meantime, keep updating your application whenever doing so is appropriate. Most airlines keep applications on active status for a period ranging from 6 months to a year, so regular updating is necessary simply to make sure that you always have an active application on file. Other reasons for updating include: if you move, if you change telephone numbers, if you acquire additional education or add to your other qualifications. While the process is going on, there is one thing above all that you will have to do. Maintain your positive state of mind. You need to have inner confidence in order to pursue a flight attending job relentlessly and do well during interviews. You might possibly be able to go through the motions of mailing off applications and resumes without being buoyed by the certainty, in your own mind, that your hard work will pay off. What you cannot do without real confidence is fool your interviewers. A tentative attitude will be apparent to airline personnel. When hiring, airlines receive thousands of applications per week for the flight attendant position. With competition so intense, you owe it to yourself to be prepared, relaxed, and positive when you are called for an interview. Doing so will enable you to sell your most valuable asset, you. There is no reason to be frightened. You are there to explore the possibilities. No one is there to embarrass you or to make you feel uncomfortable. The people interviewing you want you to feel comfortable and relaxed. They realize that they will not have the opportunity to know the real you if you are ill at ease and quite evidently nervous. If you are scheduled for an airline interview, you should feel confident. After all, had your resume and application not met the company's qualifications and criteria, you would not have been scheduled. The airline obviously feels that you meet its broad qualifications. By getting the interview, you have earned the right to feel confident, and this confidence should show through. There is a difference, however, between feeling confident and being aggressive and overbearing. The inner confidence that is formed through anticipation and preparation will help you to relax and to feel good about the interview situation. There are 3 sides to your preparation: emotional, psychological, mental, intellectual, and physical. Your look. Taking care of number 3 can do wonders in bolstering number 1. Summary. As cabin crews are playing a substantial role in the industry, it is necessary that an individual is interviewed and upon successful application and to satisfy all other needs for its industry. A cabin crew aspirant's first step to prepare for the recruitment process is to be organized, keeping a file or job search log to keep an accurate record of which airlines he or she writes requesting applications, where he or she submits resumes, and to the date of submission. Your second step is to construct a professional and grammatically correct letter indicating your interest requesting a flight attendant application form. A professional, well-constructed cover letter will spark the reader's interest and make him or her want to read your resume. Most airlines keep applications on active status for a period ranging from 6 months to a year, so regular updating is necessary simply to make sure that you always have an active application on file.